Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new Castle Story series. This is going to be a map making series, as you could probably tell by the title, and I'm doing this slightly different than the last map making series I did, which took like 200 years to complete, because I was trying to get as much of the map built on camera as possible in real time, which it was a giant map to begin with and it took ages to complete, and by the end of it I was going insane. So this time round I'm doing a time lapse. So more stuff will get done in the video, which means I will get the map out quicker and I can record on the map quicker, which is probably more entertaining than this. What this map is going to be, once again, and it's kind of another experiment. I usually do experiments with maps in this game because I have these crazy ideas and I want to try to get them to work, and we're going to see if this is one that works. The idea is you're going to have a main castle, which you can see is going to be on that pillar in the middle, and then there's going to be stone bridges connecting to 3 other pillars that have towers on them, hence the name Tri-Tower, which is probably in the title of this video, maybe, possibly, it probably is. So the goal or the thought is that the Bricktrons are going to have different spawn points by these towers, and they're going to run up the pillar into the tower and across the bridge, and you're gonna have the option to blow up the bridges. At that point, the only way the Bricktrons could get to you is by digging. So they're gonna dig up the center column, which is going to be hard to defend, but at that point, if you're that desperate to where you're blowing these bridges, you're gonna take any help you can get, and it's just kind of delaying the inevitable. And I think it's gonna be interesting trying to defend Bricktrons digging upwards. So hopefully they don't dig upwards straight away, which is probably what's going to end up happening. Hopefully they go up the towers, but we shall see how this runs. Right now, what's happening in the video? I'm kind of doing a live commentary of the time lapse, which is a brand new way of recording for me. I've never done this before, so it's probably going to be slightly weird, kind of all over the place. We'll see. What I've done so far in the map is I've made that center area for the main castle, and then I added some details along the sides. Like, I don't like the nice flat walls of I say nice flat walls. I don't like the flat walls. Like, if I was just to keep that centerpiece and I didn't add that roughness around the edge, I don't know, I think it looks weird. I think the roughness looks better. So that's why I did that, and then I added a little platform here and there just as a extra bit of design. Right now, I'm trying to figure out where I should put these pillars for the towers. And I think I actually did get an idea, yeah. And that's the spots that I picked are the spots I'm settling on. The goal for that was to get it on a flat edge. If you could see, the edge of the main island is completely flat, and that's so when I build the bridges, I have a nice flat surface to work with, and not one of those crazy curves, because that would be a pain to try to build a nice looking bridge across. So that's why I picked these locations, and I kind of wanted to separate that one tower out a little more, but in order to do it, like, I should have done 4 towers. That probably would have looked better. Maybe. I don't know. I think 4 would have been a little too excessive, though. I'm happy with 3, but if I could have gotten that one on that curve, I thought the map would have looked better overall, but trying to build a bridge on a curve would have been an absolute nightmare. It would have been so bad. So now I'm just kind of cleaning up the edges here in between the areas so Bricktrons can run through if they want, adding a little more land here and there. And then what else is about to happen here? I don't know. This is, like I said, this is gonna be a weird recording for me because I'm just going on the fly. I'm commentating something I've already done and I'm trying to explain it, and it's just weird to me. So bear that in mind while watching this video if it seems strange. Now what I'm doing is I'm adding more area because I'm about to make the ramps going down to the ground where the Bricktrons are going to spawn. And I wanted to do something unique with each of these. And I think I mean, I'm completely winging everything at this point. Like, I had a base idea of what I wanted to do for this map, and that was main castle, towers, stone bridges, and that was it. That was all I had. So everything from here on out is just being completely wanged. And that is the past tense or present tense of wanged. I'm saying wanged. That was me making a mistake. Accidentally put a hole in the middle of the tower. So this is just kind of a basic ramp going down, nothing too special. I think I ended up saying that, hey, it's a little too steep. And I'm pretty sure you can see me checking this right after I finish smoothing it out. I find it's a lot easier to make like these ramps doing it the way I did, where you have platforms. You do a little, yeah, right now I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a little too steep. You have a platform, and then a little bit lower you put another platform, and a little bit lower you put another platform, and another one. The more you do, and the bigger those platforms are, the more shallow it's going to be. And I just found this the easiest way to make these kind of ramps. I used to do it the other way, where you have your high ground, you have your low ground, and then you try building a ramp just based off that, and that's a nightmare. So this way I find definitely a lot easier, but this is me trying to get out every single little piece of dirt that's not supposed to be there. I have a problem. It has to be as smooth as possible. But it is a mountain, so a little bit of roughness here and there isn't that big of a deal. But that's just me. I'm crazy. And I think right down here I decided to split this ramp off in two. Yep. Once again, it gets that end bit shallower, adds a little bit more uniqueness to that area. And then I move on to the next one. And then this one, I think I actually did doing that last tower. I think I got an idea for this one. And that was putting a platform down, which you see me doing. And then having it ramp down to there. And then from that platform, ramp down to the ground. Once again, you can see me adding these platforms going all the way down. This one is definitely a lot more shallow than the previous one. I had that in mind after I completely screwed up the first one. I'm like, oh, this is too steep, so I took that into account when making this one, and you can tell, wow, there's a lot more platforms and they're a lot bigger. It's a lot easier to smooth out as well. However, something I noticed, which you can see right here, when I bring that grid up, half the platform that I made is gone. So it's smoothed out, so I'm flattening it out again just to make it more of a flat platform that I will probably build something on. Whether it's some walls, some ruins, something that looks cool, maybe put some resources up there. I'm still trying to figure out where exactly I want to put resources. I mean, I'm not at that part yet, but I'm just thinking ahead in the future. Probably going to add a little bit on each tower. There's going to be some in the middle, some on each tower, and then stuff at the bottom. And I think that'd probably be good. This last tower, I was like, well, I have no idea what to do now. I have a normal kind of ramp going down. I have a ramp with a platform. What could I do differently for this one? And I think around here, I'm like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll have a little bit of a hill in the ramp. So it goes down and then back up and then down again, which is currently what's happening. I think it's what's happening. I don't know what the deal is. I'm watching this time lapse in Sony Vegas. And it's like really choppy right now. I'm at how many frames per second? I think it's 3. Yeah, it was running smooth before, but now I'm at 3 frames per second. So if things aren't syncing up, I apologize. It's kind of hard to tell. Adding a little more to the ground there. I have no idea if that's in the correct spot or not. And then I kind of added this bigger kind of circle-y platform here. Just because, once again, trying to make these things look unique, and I think by the end of it, they're all pretty unique, and you're gonna have to come up with different strategies to defend them, which should be an interesting concept. I hope. That's if it all works. I don't know if it's gonna work. So now I'm adding more land around the base of the towers, because that's going to be, hey, look, I got all my frames back. Things are running smoothly. You guys aren't going to recognize any of this because it's going to look completely normal in the video, but everything's back to normal. on my end. Adding extra ground around the base of the towers for the Corruptron spawn. I put a little land bridge there. I thought it might look cool. But yeah, I want enough room for these dudes to spawn so they're not falling off the cliff or getting stuck digging in random spots. Those are my concerns here. So I may need to add more room because if I want to add different like land features down there, I'm going to need more room. So taking all that into consideration. Right now I think I'm just cleaning up, and then I saw at the edge, I was just adding more detail to these edge tower bits, and then I saw that that second kind of offshoot of the main thing. I'm just coming up with words now. That little platform I did near the top of the main base lined up with where I was putting that other platform. I was like, oh, if I make this just right, you can build a bridge across. There'll probably be resources on those platforms, just in case you decide to like build down and then across to get those. And I'm also right now just adding like little details here and there. I could put like trees or resources or just things in general on these platforms just to, once again, give the map more detail, make it look more unique, and overall just look better. Now, I'm no map expert at all, so everything I'm doing is just things that I like, things that I think look good. This was actually my first time saving, so if you're gonna build maps, I recommend saving more frequently than I. Completely forgot about it until right there, so I'm glad my game didn't crash at all, because I probably would have cried. But yeah, not a map expert. What I do, I think looks decent. And yeah, if you want to use any of my ideas, feel free. I'm not going to sue you. You know, maybe I will sue you. If you don't give me credit, I'll sue you. Well, don't worry, I won't sue you. Another thing to pay attention here is I'm not bringing these, like, how I'm adding this detail along the edge. I didn't bring it all the way up to the edge where the bridges are, because I want that nice and smooth just in case I need to dig into the side there to place supports for the bridges. So that's why I did that. And here I'm just kind of cleaning up certain areas. And then I think that's just about it. Smoothing some stuff out, adding some more stuff down there along the edges. I have no idea how the Corruptrons are going to react to like what I'm doing right now. If it was nice and flat, I think they'd respond much better than they're probably going to, since I'm adding this detail here. But we'll see. It's gonna be a test. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just about ready to build. All I need to do is generate the bottom, which I do right here. And there you go. Next episode is gonna be starting to build. And it should be a lot of fun. It should be much better now, because I've added that one feature where you can copy blueprints and paste blueprints in InstaBuild. Looking forward to that so much. But yeah, that's going to be next episode. Can't wait to start it. Can't wait to see what the map looks like. Can't wait to see how it works. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for putting up with me rambling for the past 12 minutes, not shutting up. That's just me. I'm sorry. That's if you don't like my voice, just mute the video. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Leave a like and share the video if you enjoyed. They help it a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.